Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to day 3. Good. I almost knocked myself out there. Bam! Welcome to day 3. You guys, like, we're basically almost done now. I have a new co-host joining me for today's afternoon ACIM hangout. Okay, so this is making me smile. Like, granted, I do not understand anything I see in this room or on this street. But so I had to let my dogs out, and there was an Amazon box on the porch. Like, they deliver now on Sundays, you know. They got that post office working for them on Sundays. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, it must be my Nog Champa, because I love that incense. Well, then I'm standing there with the Amazon box, and I was like, yeah, but I didn't order my incense off of Amazon. I haven't ordered anything off of Amazon. Like, that's coming from a different company. And I was like, is this even mine? It had my name on it. So I open it up. It's a gift to me from my mom, wait, it's not from my mom. It's my son's stepmom. Yeah, so anyways, here's Aurora, one of the hardest names to say ever. Isn't she cute? So anyways, my son's stepmom got my daughters one of these, and I was like, oh my god, I love them so much. So now I have one too, and I absolutely love her. And you know, even like more than this, you know, like, I just love the fact that like my son's stepmom and I have a good friendship relationship, and she totally was like, yeah, I'm gonna send her an alien, and she certainly did. So anyways, yeah, it made me want to dig out the sign again. Definitely happy to get a surprise, a gift. And it's like so cute. I'm going to take off all the tags and probably sleep with it. I haven't had a stuffed animal in a really long time. All right. So anyways, day 3. I don't understand anything on this street. Did you read your lesson? Now, I have to just sort of laugh at this whole day so far, because you know, last night I follow Tina Louise Spalding, Tina Jesus, on her channel. She's going to be doing a video series too. You probably definitely want to check out an Ascension series, and her and her guides, and you know, I get this from all angles. You know, they're like, unplug more, get off the Wi-Fi, put your phones down, and then they're like, but sign up for my class, but join my online community. Like, yeah, we want to unplug, but do you want to watch my video first? And so I kind of like always have to laugh about it, you know, a little bit. And it went hand in hand with kind of everything that we're going to talk about today. And then even more interesting, today's topic is kind of like, you know, essentially about judgment, and you know, getting things in our experience that we're not too keen about, and then like we're not supposed to judge it. Well, every morning I get up, and one of the first things that I do is a narration for the 9D Arcturian Council, channeled by Daniel Scranton. And today it was about protecting ourselves from 5G. And my first thought was, I'm gonna hear about this, right? Because this is like one of those topics. But also, you know, it's like, how do I want to say this? Like, it's a story. Like, is it serving us or not? You know what I mean? And do we want to focus on it or not? Do we want it part of our reality or not? I can't think because I got a toy. What's going on here? But I figured I should just do this video now while I'm happy, and then you could get the best version of me. But yeah, I got a lot from the Tina Jesus and the Pathways of Light today. So let me just show you my notes, and I'll settle down and I'll drink my marshmallow root water, and we'll come back and I'll have some more things to say. So here is the notes. I know you want to see it again. Yay! It's so cute. Thank you, Melinda. So yeah, I took some notes. Hey, what's up? I took some notes. I think I listened to Tina Jesus 3 times this morning, and same with the insights too. Like, I just really needed to sit with them and really start to hear them. So that's what Tina Jesus in number 3 was talking about today. We are starting to question how we see reality. So it's like all of a sudden, like we told our minds we don't know anything. We told our minds we don't know the meaning of things. And yeah, like it sort of went like scrambled it just a little bit, but then it brought to our awareness, hey, maybe I don't know everything. It kind of, to me, made our egos get in the back seat for a little bit. Take the wheel, Jesus. So Tina Jesus was talking today about judgment. And we'll talk about judgment all the time. But ultimately, what they're pointing out was judgment makes us feel bad. So whether that's just like judging somebody for the way they look or what they did, or they don't have the same beliefs in you, like it feels bad. It might be a projecting, or we might like take it as like, oh, they're doing this to us, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It feels bad, right? We at least can agree on things like, hey, it feels good or it feels bad. Like, does it feel good or does it feel bad? Without even understanding the hows and whys of it. We should just kind of get at the point that judgment makes us feel bad. And that's our feedback system trying to talk to us. So when you feel good and in your love and your light and following your passions, and like that's your feedback system saying, yo, baby, this makes you feel joyful. It must be good, right? And when things make us feel bad, like I'll just give a few examples: politics, arguing, like being separated or hateful, like, right, that does not feel good. That feels bad. Guilt feels bad. Okay, so anyways, Jesus said, judge not, for you will suffer. So, like, just don't judge because it feels bad. You can't actually judge anything or anyone without feeling like like shit yourself. And so that's kind of what I took away from Tina Jesus. When we step away from love, we feel like shit. So pay attention to how you are feeling. Pay attention to the stories you tell about the world and how they make you feel. Pay attention to how you feel when you say things like, I never get anything right. I'm broke as a joke, right? I mean, how does that story in your how does that make you feel? The stories you tell about the world, this world fucking sucks. Well, how does that make you feel? So we just want to start paying attention to when we feel good and when we feel like shit. And pretty much it's when we step away from love that we feel bad. And when we're in judgment, we have stepped away from love. We're no longer loving, we are judging. So it really was such a comfort for me to hear this today because, like I told you, I started out with some topics that didn't feel real good. It didn't bring me peace to think about what this world does to us. Well, then there it is. Well, that's a story that I'm telling. How does that story make you feel? Not so good. All right. Well, there's your guidance system. That's your feedback system letting you know, is this story right for you or not? So the Pathways of Light's insights for lesson 3, it was good too, because it was like, hey, you can find a lot of relief and healing in not knowing. Like, oh, I don't know everything, and I don't have to know everything. It just kind of is like a weight off your shoulders. And then after you find relief and get some healing in that not knowing, you open up to the Holy Spirit's perspective and blessing. When I took my notes, I wrote perspectives, and then I ended up crossing out that plural because I feel like the Holy Spirit only has like one perspective, truth. Like it doesn't waste its time judging like we humans do. Like it just has one perspective, truth. So anyways, but yeah, open up to blessing. So if you're not feeling peace, practice this lesson. Practice, practice, practice. You don't need to be a know-it-all, which of course made me laugh because, who, me? Who, me? Who, me? No, definitely not me. I don't know shit. I don't even know why you're listening to me. Do you want a cookie? Do you want a cookie? All right, so yeah, I don't understand any of the cookies that I see in this room. That's our lesson for today. It's a good one though, and I love the insights, and I'll read those to you in a minute. But yeah, I mean, it's a good message. Does it feel good or not? Like, you got to start listening to yourself. You got to start honoring your inner guidance system, your inner knowing. Like, does this feel good or not? My little new baby. My new baby. Want a cookie? All right, so what's next? Yeah, I'm going to read you the insights. Now, the insights I found really interesting too. One of the insights, okay, this is why I found it so interesting. My friend Andrew messaged me that this lesson 3 was really resonating with him, and I'm like, oh, really? Okay. But that was cool. And then I listened to the insights, and it got really cool, because one of the insights was from an engineer, and my friend Andrew is in engineering, and I was like, wow, that's a really interesting synchronicity. So the synchronicities are really up this week. I did figure out the name of that song, and I posted a link last video, so check it out and have a laugh with me. And let's just get cozy. Grab your new stuffed animal from your son's stepmom, because she gifted you one. And we'll listen to these insights together. And yeah, just let it sink in, and congratulate yourself for doing 3 days of a program, course, text that probably was really unfamiliar to you. And for all of, I saw a few people mention that, like, they used to do it and now they're going to do it again. I think that's awesome. And, you know, however you found it, congratulate yourself, because it's not really easy, but it's you'll get, you know, what you need out of it. Absolutely. All right, you ready to listen to the insights? I really enjoyed these today, so cozy on up. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 3, Insights. I do not understand anything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place. This lesson is an important part of my healing process. The more I practice stepping back and remembering I don't know what anything means, the easier it is for me to move to the next step, which is being willing to open up to receive the true meaning from Holy Spirit. As I continue to practice remembering I do not know the meaning of this, I am allowing my mind to be healed of all my false perceptions. When I think I know and am not open to a change of mind, I will not receive the blessings that come from the Holy Spirit's perception. I will think what I am seeing is real. I will forget what I am seeing is coming from the false ego mind. I will forget there is no outside that is the cause of what I am seeing, feeling, or thinking. So the practice of this lesson is key to my awakening to my true nature. I can practice applying this all day, especially in those circumstances that disturb me. If I am not at peace with anything, I can return to this lesson and practice remembering I do not know the meaning of this. I can stop being a know-it-all. I can have an open mind and be receptive to the Holy Spirit's healing light in regard to anything I think I am experiencing. This stepping back process of saying, I don't know, Holy Spirit, please heal my perception, is my pathway to heaven. I can learn to relax, soften my fixed meanings that I am giving to things, I can practice having an open mind, a beginner's mind. I can practice opening to the peace of God. It is through the peace of God that true understanding comes. I am grateful for being reminded again that I don't know what anything means. It is through this process of stepping back from what I think I learned in the past that my mind is healed. I have spent a lifetime believing I understand everything I see. As an engineer, I was trained to believe I could figure things out and make them work. There is a level of pride in showing understanding. This aspect is personally insulted by this lesson. Yet it is this aspect that, if allowed to go unchecked, stands as a barrier to my healing. It represents a closed mind, unwilling to learn because it believes it understands on its own. This self-reliance that comes from the ego mind is a way of keeping God out, like a rebellious teenager saying, I want to do it my way. All the while, the Holy Spirit offers another view that brings complete release from limitation and littleness. I am willing to give up the fight to keep my limitations. I am willing to open my mind to the teaching of Holy Spirit. I am willing to remind myself that I do not understand anything I see. When I assign meaning to anything, I am making a judgment, and I have learned that judgment engenders fear. I can accept that I don't have to see anything outside myself to know that I am love. I don't need to see a beautiful flower to extend appreciation. In truth, I am appreciation. I am appreciated. I am loved, and I am loving. I can safely and gently release all meaning so the truth of who I really am can reveal itself. After working with this lesson, I asked the Holy Spirit for insight. I received the following: take up your life in new understandings. Let me be the source of that. Let my understanding wash over you as you acknowledge that you yourself understand nothing. Do not fear to acknowledge that you understand nothing. This is a step to freedom, true freedom. The ego sees this acknowledgement as a sort of death, for the meaning it has given and received back is no longer valid. The ego desires validation. It wants the understanding it has always accepted. It prefers its own dream to reality. My understanding will take you to the reality of resurrection of spirit in your life. Freedom from the false grave of ego. Let my understanding be possible. Let yours go. Let all things be understood from my reflection, not from yours. If you are willing, my understanding will simply come to you. Why not let it come today? The more I get into the course, the more I realize how little I understand about anything of this world. It's actually a relief to know I don't understand anything. Somehow I always sensed there had to be more to life than the way I was perceiving it. For me, this lesson is going back to square one in life. Except this time, I need to be totally innocent of knowledge, like a child, and allow the Holy Spirit to guide me as I move ahead. pathwaysoflight.org. Good stuff. So if you're not feeling peace, practice the lessons. I get so much comfort from reading the text of A Course in Miracles, you would not believe it. So thanks again for hanging out with me today. I got to get back to work, working on my podcast, and probably take some selfies with my alien plushie. You know what I'm saying? Because it just seems like I should.